The armoring crafting skill in New World is one of the most popular to level to 200 due to the voidbent armor. When comparing it to the other crafting skills, armoring is one of the easier skills to reach max level. SpookyPops here with another New World crafting guide, and in this video, I show the cheapest, most efficient New World armoring leveling guide for the most recent patch. Let's get into it. With the recent changes in patch 1.1, many players are disappointed they can no longer simply craft tier 2 armor to reach level 200. However, I was never a fan of this method to begin with. Unlike other crafting skills, players may use both the outfitting station and forge to level armoring by creating any item with the armoring symbol. Every crafted armor piece may be salvaged for repair parts, a few gold, and most importantly, a chance to recover the primary resource that was used to craft the weapon. For example, a leather glove provides the opportunity to reclaim 1 to 2 coarse leather. This salvaging process is an important concept when considering the most efficient method to level armoring. My general advice is to salvage every armor piece that you craft unless you believe it has a high chance of selling on the market. With so much gear on the market, selling any average item is tough. There are 3 different methods that you can choose from for this New World armoring leveling guide. The method you choose depends on the raw material you prefer to gather in bulk. The 3 methods emphasize the gathering of iron ore, rawhide, or fibers. Although you must gather all 3, priority during gathering is placed on the focused raw material. Before we take a look at the amount of raw materials, remember that these numbers are raw values and do not appropriately reflect salvaging and duplicates. Thus, these numbers are overestimates, but nonetheless give us good insight into the estimated amount. As the name implies, the first method uses metal to level armoring. From levels 1 to 50, you need to gather 2,000 iron ore, 2,000 rawhide, and 500 fibers to create 125 iron plate gauntlets. From levels 50 to 100, you need to gather 17,000 iron ore, 1,500 flux, 5,600 greenwood, 6,200 rawhide, and 1,300 fibers to create 385 steel plate gauntlets. From levels 100 to 150, you need to gather 16,600 star metal ore, 56,000 iron ore, 7,800 flux, 28,000 greenwood, 11,000 rawhide, and 2,900 fibers to create 725 star metal plate gauntlets. From levels 150 to 200, you need to gather 38,000 orichalcum ore, 53,000 star metal ore, 165,000 iron ore, 29,000 flux, 102,000 greenwood, 20,000 rawhide, and 5,000 fibers to create 1,200 orichalcum plate gauntlets. Yeah, that's a lot of materials. As you can assume, making gauntlets or gloves offers the most experience per primary resource, so we make them in each method. Unfortunately, this metal-focused method is the least efficient and most expensive. I would advise to not use this method to level armoring to 200. Let's take a look at the leather emphasis. From levels 1 to 50, you need to gather 2,000 rawhide, 2,000 fibers, and 500 iron ore to create 125 rough leather gloves. From levels 50 to 100, you need to gather 22,500 rawhide, 1,500 tannin, 6,100 fibers, and 1,500 iron ore to create 385 rugged leather gauntlets. From levels 100 to 150, you need to gather 16,600 thick hide, 74,000 rawhide, 7,900 tannin, 11,600 fibers, and 2,900 iron ore to create 725 layered leather gauntlets. From levels 150 to 200, you need to gather 38,000 ironhide, 53,000 thickhide, 220,000 rawhide, 29,000 tannin, 20,000 fibers, and 5,000 iron ore to create 1,200 infused leather gloves. This leather-focused method is much cheaper and more efficient compared to the metal emphasis. Let's look at the last method, emphasizing fibers. From levels 1 to 50, you need to gather 2,000 fibers, 2,000 rawhide, and 500 iron ore to create 125 linen gloves. From levels 50 to 100, you need to gather 22,000 fibers, 1,500 weave, 6,000 rawhide, and 1,500 iron ore to create 385 sateen gauntlets. From levels 100 to 150, you need to gather 16,600 silk threads, 75,000 fibers, 7,900 weave, 11,600 rawhide, and 2,900 iron ore to create 725 silk gauntlets. From levels 150 to 200, you need to gather 38,000 wire fiber, 53,000 silk threads, 220,000 fibers, 29,000 weave, 20,000 rawhide, and 5,000 iron ore to create 1,200 infused silk gloves. This fiber focus method is almost identical to the leather emphasis, they only differ in the required raw materials. These two methods are the ones I recommend using to max level armoring due to the cost and ease of gathering the raw materials. Before we talk about the best gathering locations, any support to the channel would be greatly appreciated. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel if you are enjoying my content. Gathering the raw materials needed for these methods is easy. My favorite location to mine iron ore is just below Windsward. Here you can gather over 2,500 iron ore in about 30 minutes. My favorite location to gather hemp is just to the west of Windsward. Here there are huge amounts of hemp scattered over the land. This location is also my preferred place to skin rawhide. Big bison roam the land that gives you almost 100 rawhide per bison. My favorite location to gather star metal ore is in Great Cleave. Here there's a nice loop that nets you over 1,500 star metal ore in about 30 minutes. My favorite location for both thick hide and silk threads is in between Restless Shores and Morningdale. Fortunately, the tier 5 raw materials need not be gathered unless you want to reach level 200 in the associated trade skills. The tier 5 raw materials, which are orichalcum ore, wire fiber, and iron hide, are generally found on the market for super cheap. The most annoying items to gather are the refining reagents, which are tannin, flux, and weave. You can collect them from chests scattered around the world, but personally, I hate looting chests, so I always set up cheap buy orders and hope they get filled. That's it for this New World Armoring leveling guide. Let me know in the comments below when you reach level 200, and I'll wish you congratulations with a party emoji. If you know, you know. Until next time, Spooky Pops out.